And if you finish sixth, $52,850. All right, let's get to the action. The blind bets have been made by Don Zuin in the first position and Noel Furlong in second. Johnny Chan calls. Steve Lott calls. Lyle Berman drops. And now it's up to Phil Hellmuth Jr. Phil thinks. Taking his time. And finally folds. Don Zuin folds. And now it's up to Noel Furlong. Noel is a player from Dublin, Ireland. And he's going to raise $30,000. That leaves it up to Johnny Chan. He's never played against this Irishman before. Furlong has been aggressive throughout, often betting on garbage hands. So Johnny Chan and his familiar Lucky Orange, he'll think it over. And he's decided to raise. He's raising another $100,000, and now it's up to Furlong. Little is known about this Irishman. He's an unorthodox player with a tough decision to make. He's in with the big boys, so he's taking his time. And he's decided to put some chips in. And it looks like he's going to call the $100,000 raise. So Noel Furlong going up against Johnny Chan, and now we get to the flop. King 10 deuce offsuit. And a look at the hole cards. Furlong with a pair of fours. He's going all in, and Chan has a pair of queens, so he will go all in. And now we will have a $500,000 pot. Johnny Chan with two queens and Noel two fours. And Johnny looks very confident. He likes his odds. If he wins this pot, Furlong will be out and Johnny will be the new leader. Furlong looks a little worried, and who wouldn't be, going up against the defending champion, waiting for 4th Street. And here it comes, a 7 of clubs. No help to either player. Furlong needs a 4 to win. Any picture card gives Johnny the hand. And the last card, a king of spades. Johnny wins, and Noel Furlong has been eliminated. Phil Hellmuth folds. Don Zuin calls. Johnny Chan calls. And Steve Lott calls. And here comes Lyle Berman with the raise. Lyle Berman has a hand and puts in his money. Zuin drops, and now it's up to Johnny Chan. Johnny carefully calculating the odds in his mind, and he calls. And so the pot is right, and we are waiting on the flop. And here it comes. A 6 of clubs, a king of spades, and a 7 of diamonds. And a look at the hole cards. Lyle Berman has ace-king, a pair of kings. So Lyle feeling very confident, he bets $60,000. What he doesn't realize is Johnny Chan has 2 7s in the hole, 3 7s overall, an excellent hand. So Johnny Chan waiting, perhaps trying to lure Berman in. The bet is $60,000 to Johnny Chan. And Johnny will call and raise. And the chant of Chan goes up from the Railbirds. And Johnny likes that chant. And Lyle Berman's coming right back, and he will go all in with $170,000. And Johnny shows his 2 7s in the hole. And the confident look of Lyle Berman has left him. Johnny Chan, heavily favored, still feeling the pressure somewhat. Lyle Berman needs a miracle. He has a pair of kings. Chan with 3 7s. 4th Street. And it's a king. So Lyle Berman has 3 kings now. Johnny Chan with a full house. 7's up. And 5th Street is a jack. So a narrow miss for Lyle Berman. Johnny Chan wins the hand. Lyle Berman ends up in 5th place. Welcome back to the World Series of Poker here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are at Binion's Horseshoe Hotel and Casino. And I'm Chris Marlowe. Just 4 players left out of 178 who started out. Johnny Chan bets. Steve Lott folds. And Phil Hellmuth taking his time. Phil writes children's books in his spare time. Wearing his familiar Walkman that he usually wears when he plays. He just calls. Gets a little razzing from the Railbirds. He says, I wasn't going to raise, did I? Don Zuen looking very serious. And he is going to raise. Let's see how much. $100,000. Now it's up to Johnny Chan. And Chan will call and raise $80,000 more. Now young Phil has a difficult decision to make here. A big decision. Only 24 years old, and off come the headphones. So this is a serious decision. He'll take another look at his cards. Showing a lot of class. He really taking his time, which is unusual for a young player. And he decides to fold. Don Zuen, the one-time furniture store owner from Niagara Falls, New York, has an ace-jack to Chan's pair of nines. Zuen. And he's going to move all in.
What do you have, guys?
There is now $400,000 in the pot, and we are waiting for the flop.
I had tens.
You can hear Phil Hellmuth's voice in the background saying, I had a pair of tens. I had a pair of tens.
2 black tens I had.
Won't do him any good now. It's Zuen against Chan. And Phil Hellmuth is delighted to be out of this one. Now, ready for the flop. Jack, 4, 6. Zuen has a pair of jacks. Chan still with a pair of nines. Ready for 4th Street. A queen, which doesn't help either player. And now waiting for 5th Street. The last card is an ace, and Zuen wins it with aces and jacks. He gets the $400,000 pot. Johnny looks a bit dejected, and Phil says, hey, I threw away a pair of tens. How lucky can you get?